Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo were dumped out of the World Cup on Tuesday as the first day of knockout football in Russia saw the game's two greatest players crash out, perhaps never to return to football's biggest stage. Messi's Argentina were blown away in the afternoon by France in Kazan, while 4 hours later, and 1,400 miles further south, Ronaldo's Portugal fell to Uruguay. Here Sportsmail examine which player performed better amid the disappointment in what is likely to be their last World Cups, at least while at the peak of their powers. This one's fairly straightforward. Ronaldo scored 4 goals in Portugal's 4 games. Messi scored just 1 solitary goal in Argentina's 4. Ronaldo began with a bang as he produced a show-stopping hat-trick, including a stunning late free kick to earn Portugal a 3-3 draw with Spain, equaling his haul from the previous 3 World Cups combined in just 1 match. The 33-year-old has morphed into a penalty box player over the past season with Real Madrid, and struck again in the following match, scoring the only goal of the game against Morocco with a brave early header. Against the more dogged defensive sides of Iran and Uruguay though, Ronaldo drew blanks as he failed to leave much of an impression on Portugal's final 2 matches. In the Iran game, the usually reliable hitman even failed from the penalty spot. While Ronaldo netted a hat-trick in his opening match, Messi got off on the wrong foot as he saw his tame penalty saved by Iceland goalkeeper Hannes Halldorsson in Argentina's 1-1 draw with the minnows. His lone strike came when Argentina needed him most, in their final Group D fixture against Nigeria, as he netted arguably the goal of the group stages to open the scoring and send his country on their way to victory. Unsurprisingly, Messi provided more assists than Ronaldo, but more surprisingly the Argentine set up his teammates just twice in total, both in the France game. Dropping deep against Iceland and playing too far forward against Croatia, Messi was struggling to influence matches in Jorge Sampaoli's lopsided system. His 2 assists came via a deflected shot off Gabriel Mercado and a pinpoint cross to tee up Sergio Aguero as Argentina succumbed to a 4-3 defeat by France. Ronaldo has long since learned to conserve his energy, and is increasingly less involved in Portugal's build-up play, preferring to add the finishing touches to moves. Portugal's 2 goals not scored by Ronaldo were Ricardo Quaresma's wonder strike against Iran and Pepe's header from Raphael Guerreiro's cross against Uruguay. Again a reflection of Messi's greater burden of responsibility with Argentina than Ronaldo's with Portugal. The key statistics show the Barcelona superstar was much more heavily involved in getting his country going.
Messi attempted 34 dribbles, completed 205 passes and created 10 chances for his teammates during his 4 matches this tournament as he desperately tried to lead Argentina to victory by taking matters into his own hands. He even attempted 5 tackles, 4 of which he won. In contrast, the more minimalist modern Ronaldo completed around half as many passes, 116, less than half as many chances, 4, and not a single tackle for his country. Ronaldo still managed to shoot 3 more times than his great rival, 21 attempts to Messi's 18, despite sitting out much of Portugal's approach play. Reports of an Argentine mutiny were rife throughout the tournament as the squad appeared to lose patience with Sampaoli's ever-changing tactical system. Depending on which Argentine outlet you read, it was either Captain Javier Mascherano or Talisman Messi that were picking the team, not Sampaoli. One image from Argentina's training ahead of the crunch clash with Nigeria seemed to show Mascherano telling Sampaoli which players to select. And in a clip from the match itself, the coach appeared to ask Messi whether he should bring on Sergio Aguero as a substitute. Regardless of his level of influence off the pitch, Messi's role as his country's idol and the heir to Diego Maradona's throne in the frenzied world of Argentine football sees him carry the weight of his nation's expectations in a way even Ronaldo doesn't. His leadership style on the pitch is less shouting and screaming, more leading by example, by letting his feet do the talking. And by acting as a lightning rod for all of Argentina's fury and fears. Messi eases the pressure on his teammates, even if it's to the detriment of his performance. Captain Ronaldo showed his leadership style during Portugal's victorious Euro 2016 campaign with an animated display on the touchline after going off with injury in the final against France. In Sochi on Tuesday, he was seen huddling his teammates together in similar inspirational speech before they headed out for the second half against Uruguay, though it proved to no avail. In contrast to Messi, who cuts a calmer, more supportive figure, Ronaldo's frustrations with his teammates are a lot more apparent on the pitch as he gesticulates wildly in reaction to another misplaced Goncalo Guedes pass. Ronaldo's treble in Portugal's opener was the standout individual performance from the World Cup group stages, capped off with a magnificent free kick. The 33-year-old's goal total indicates he carried his side to victory, and he delivered when his country needed him most to rescue an ultimately crucial point against Spain. Messi meanwhile let his country down from a set piece with a soft spot kick against Iceland. But perhaps even more impactful than Ronaldo's hat-trick, though, was Messi's moment of sheer brilliance against Nigeria. Allowing a long ball from Ever Banega to drop over his head, Messi controlled on his thigh while sprinting, took an inch-perfect touch with his left foot, and fired home with his right under immense pressure to send Argentina on their way. And in an ultimately unsuccessful attempt to lead Argentina to victory against the odds in Tuesday's match, Messi mustered 2 assists to give his side a chance. Oscar Tabarez's well-oiled defensive system rarely allows opposition attackers to show off their best work, and Ronaldo wasn't given a moment's respite. If it wasn't Lucas Torreira or Nahuel Hernandez clipping at his heels in midfield, Diego Godin or Luis Gimenez weren't allowing him a sniff in the penalty area. His lack of impact was evident in how he dropped increasingly further back to get on the ball, but it proved ineffectual as he failed to leave his mark on the match. Messi's performance once again demonstrated how crucial he is to Argentina's success as his teammates repeatedly looked to him to provide the magic they desperately needed to dig themselves out of the hole. While Argentina equalized through an Angel Di Maria wonder goal, all of Argentina's best work came via Messi, and he laid on 2 assists in a valiant display in defeat. While Ronaldo opened the tournament with 3 goals and Messi missed a penalty, the Argentine still edges his great rival in their final World Cup. The sheer level of pressure Messi was under and the shambolic tactical system he was deployed in under manager Sampaoli means reaching the knockout stages is a comparatively greater achievement. While Portugal are no Real Madrid, Fernando Santos at least has a clear plan. Ronaldo's role was to put the finishing touches and he delivered mostly, while Messi's duties were far more all-encompassing. His burden is far greater. Though it is admittedly hard to measure their performances when both players are so far above the level of their international teammates. There are eerie similarities between Messi and Ronaldo's time in Russia too. Both missed penalties, both scored contenders for goal of the tournament, both continued their run of not scoring in a World Cup knockout stage, and both were dumped out on Tuesday at the last 16 stage. Ronaldo refused to answer questions surrounding his international future after Portugal's defeat by Uruguay, insisting it wasn't the time to discuss retirement. The Real Madrid man is 2 years and 4 months Messi's senior, but the peak physical condition he keeps himself in, coupled with his insatiable appetite to succeed at the very top level, means Qatar 2022 could be an option. Ronaldo will likely be tempted to join a select group of players who have featured at 5 World Cups by returning 4 years later with Portugal for another crack. But by the time Qatar comes round, he will be 37. Even with Ronaldo's superhuman physical standards considered, this was surely the last we have seen of him at the tournament, while at his very best. Messi is the younger man by 2 years and 4 months, but has already shown a willingness to step down from international football, having hung his boots up after the Copa America final defeat by Chile in 2015, before reversing his decision. After falling at the final hurdle in 2014, Messi might feel his chances of World Cup glory has run out, and the France defeat could be the last we see of him on the biggest stage of them all. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.